me and Crusher of the 21st variety will be giving away 8 Evolution Mega Knight offers. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to me, subscribe to Crusher who will be linked in the description, like this video, and comment down below. Yo, what's going on guys? Today, I'll be showing you the best deck to counter both Evolved Pekka and Evolved Mega Knight. We have this really nice Hog Earthquake deck, and we now have Evolved Pekka instead of Mighty Monitor. So I know a lot of you are probably sitting there thinking, man, how do I do with Evolved Mega Knight? And even if I stop Evolved Mega Knight with my deck, I just can't beat Evo Pekka. Well guys, I'm here to save you. Also, a really nice King Tower activation. Very easy to do against a Bandit with your Firecracker and Ice Spirit. So basically, we have the Pekka in here. You know, I'm thinking, how do you counter Pekka? You use your own Pekka. And how do you counter Mega Knight? Well, Pekka's also good against it, but the normal Pekka decks, they can do well, but they do suffer quite a bit in certain matchups. But this Pekka deck, man, this Pekka deck, I mean, there's obviously some counters to it. I gotta be honest about that, but there's so much outplay potential with it. I feel like quite a bit more than with the other Pekka decks. The other Pekka decks with, you know, Ram Rider and Void and stuff, you kind of just pray to get lucky that you get a lucky Void and stuff like that. But with this deck, you can actually kind of have things a little bit more in your control, I feel like. I'm gonna go for the Evo Pekka here. Maybe a little bit awkward, but it's gonna get some heals off here, so it should be good. Can't really do too much here about this Mega Minion. And guys, you can play Evo Firecracker instead of the Evo Tesla if you prefer. I just don't think Evo Firecracker is all that valuable anymore ever since it started to die to arrows. Really good Hog Rider damage. He has like nothing for this. I'll kind of just try to show you guys how to actually use this deck. I know some people are good with Hog Rider, other people probably don't even know how to play it at all, but even this version is going to be a little bit hard for people, even if they normally do play Hog Rider, because you play it quite a bit differently than you normally would play a Hog Earthquake deck. But yeah, I mean, if you face pretty much any Mega Knight deck or any Pekka deck, I don't really see anything beating you, honestly. Unless they have, like, you know, Pekka, Fisherman, Goblin Cage, and then, like, 10 more Hog counters and some win condition that's just undefendable somehow. But this deck pretty much has defense against everything. Firecracker will get some nice damage here. I'll let it die to the Barbaro. Don't want to go for our Pekka too high up. And also, guys, you do just have to learn how to defend Mega Knight Evo and Pekka Evo. I think we should be pretty good to go here. Yeah, because I mean, normal Pekka kind of trades off with the Evo Pekka. They both die anyways because, you know, their Evo Pekka dies before he even has the chance to really heal. He's probably going to Pekka here. Oh, I guess he does not. This Hog may get a hit, actually. Watch it. That actually just did that. You know, I'm not even surprised. That's kind of average for my Hog Riders. Gonna just Ice Tiny here. Yeah, that's dead. I'll Evo Pekka the back. And guys, I feel like the Firecracker is so good because recently some decks have just not really, I mean, have stopped to run arrows. This guy does have arrows, but a lot of decks don't have arrows anymore. They just have like Zap and Void. Obviously Void can kill Firecracker, but it's not that good against it. Not like insane against it anyways. We're kind of just outcycling this guy a little bit. He might go for some late arrows though. We'll see about that. Okay, all good. We can Pekka again. You guys can see we just have a stonewall defense with this deck. Nobody's breaking through. I would say something difficult you guys could face might be Lava Hound, but even against Lava Hound, the Pekka is actually going to be very nice for offense if you catch them in a terrible cycle. See, here's the thing, guys. Yes, there are certain things to counter this deck, but nobody's going to expect you to have a Pekka until you show it, so if you face Lava Hound, you just surprise Pekka, they lose. Anyways, easy win. Alright, we're in the next one. This guy most likely will have Mega Knight now, I think. And guys, basically how you play this deck is that you play it like a normal Hog Cycle deck when you're up against Beatdown, but when you're up against a Cycle deck, you definitely can use the Pekka to build up some pretty nice pushes. You can obviously do it against Beatdown too, but mainly against Cycle, it's a really good play. Great to see our Pekka here against the Mega Knight. The Evo Mega Knight will be kind of interesting though, because Pekka, believe it or not, is actually not insane against it. Well, I guess it kind of is, but the Evo Mega Knight still has a chance to kind of wreck your day, even when you have your Pekka against it. So you actually have to be a little bit smart. I'm going to Hog Rider here just to kind of block the Void. A little bit late, but it's okay. These guards will be somewhat annoying for us here. They're actually going to be quite a good counter for him to our Pekka. Even though we do, besides that, have a pretty good matchup, it looks like. Nice. I love it when they waste their prediction zap. You always got to switch up your skeleton's placement for that reason. Only one bomber hit. I don't really want to go in for a Hog here because we could get punished by his Evo Mega Knight and stuff. Nice Firecracker hit. I'll Hog now. We'll see if he plays the Mega Knight here or decides to be a bit more passive. Okay. Yeah, Hog Riders will never break through it, man. Dude, we need an Evo Hog Rider, man. I don't know what it's gonna do, though, but it better just, like, jump straight up towards the yeah, straight towards the tower, I would say. Wait, dude, look, it's messing up the Inferno Dragon. That's so funny. It doesn't even make sense, man, the Evo Mega Knight. Dude, it's helping us. It's actually helping us. But, this Ram Rider, we have nothing for it, unfortunately. So that will be a lot of damage. We'll see how well he can defend here against our push. Okay, guards are kind of going to carry him. Hopefully our Hog Rider will get some good damage. Don't think it'll do too much here. Might get like 2 hits though if we're lucky. Okay, I'll take it. Not a half bad start. Honestly, guys, I feel like with Evo Mega Knight, it's just going to take a while to learn how to actually counter it. Because even though it is an Evo, you can still always activate your King Tower against it and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of random interactions. Oh, that actually charged. Dang it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Kill that Evo Bomber, please. We actually could lose right now. Hold up. We're actually losing right now. Man, all it takes is one Evo Bomber to start losing a game. And by the way, guys, I got an answer to my question. I was playing in this tournament earlier, and I got an answer to my question. Basically, I was saying, like, if you kite an Evo Mega Knight with an Ice Golem, will it knock that Ice Golem to the lane that the Mega Knight is in? Or, like, the side that the Mega Knight is in? Will it knock it towards the tower closest to the Mega Knight or closest to the Ice Golem? And I got my answer, and actually will punch the Ice Golem closest to the tower the Ice Golem is near. So, yeah, that's good to know. Definitely gonna have to be really careful about it in CRL, because I feel like Mega Knight could really go crazy and completely ruin people, especially when they're nervous playing CRL. Nice, okay, we just need an Earthquake, and Log will take this game. Man, this deck is so much fun, and I feel like it could actually be really good. The best starting play for this deck is Hog Rider, but you can always cycle any of your cheap cards. And as always, Pekka first play is a great option too if your opponent plays anything that's 3 elixir or more in the back. Kind of crazy how broken Evo Pekka is right now. When you go for it first play, you just get to that Evo Pekka right away and it automatically puts you in a pretty good spot usually. This Firecracker will be so good here. Firecracker is actually quite underrated. Even without the evolution, we can still do really well with it in this meta, I feel like. This pencil actually may activate our King Tower if we're lucky. Wait a minute, will it? Oh, it doesn't. It's all good though. Guys, let me know in the comment section what nerf would you like to see to Evo Pekka, or what nerf would you like to see to Evo Mega Knight. Me personally, I feel like Evo Mega Knight has to only bounce stuff in the air every 2 or 3 attacks. I want to say every 3 attacks, but maybe that would be a little bit weak, I'm not sure. So, at least every 2 attacks, and for Evo Pekka, I don't even know what I would say. The thing is, it's going to be so broken because of how Mega Knight is going to just be everywhere. But once Mega Knight falls off a bit, if it gets a big nerf, I don't know how broken Pekka will be. Probably still kind of broken, actually, now that I think about it. So, for Evo Pekka, I don't know, maybe they do have to go back to that 10% healing instead of 12.5%. Or they could nerf it to where it's no longer going to get heals against buildings and stuff like Cannon Cart. I think that could actually be a better nerf, maybe, to make sure it doesn't get heals off of buildings or Cannon Carts. Stuff like that. We should be okay here. Mother Witch will be a little bit concerning, though, to deal with. But I think our Tesla should kill everything this time. You guys have to be so careful against Evo Pekka, man. If you make one mistake, you play one wrong card, it has like a few HP, you place skeletons onto it right in front of your tower, you're just gonna make yourself take like triple the pain you would normally have to. Like if a Pekka will get one hit on your tower, instead of playing your skeletons, sometimes you just don't want to play anything and let it get that one hit, because if you do play your skeletons, chances are that it's just gonna get like 3 hits on your tower instead of 1 from all the heals it'll get off of the skeletons. This should be a pretty healthy Evo Pekka on the counter push. We have to go for a late Evo Tesla here, should save us against this Evo Battle Ram. Might still take a tiny bit of damage though. I do want to get our King Tower up here against the E-Spirit, definitely going to help us out quite a bit. There's a lot of high skill plays you can do with this deck. Well, a lot of high skill King Tower activations and stuff like that. It's so nice how the Evo Pekka heals off of Mother Witch Piggies. It even heals off of the Skeleton King ability skeletons, which is kind of crazy with how many it spawns. I'll go for the Pekka here. Ghost is going straight towards our tower. I don't care about that too much though, to be honest. Kind of a late rage for him on the left, so I think we should be okay. Very healthy Pekka for the counter push here. You can get away with so much when you play this deck with how good the defense is. I'm gonna go for a Hog Rider. We can also Firecracker. I know some people hate Firecracker so much, and I hate facing it too, but I feel like it's worth it for all the fun I have playing it. It's just so fun to play, man. This should be a nice Evo Pekka. Oh, dang it, man, our Firecracker died. It's okay, though. Yeah, that's already a dead Pekka for him anyways. Gonna Hog Rider just to block this E-Spirit. Don't want to take even a shard of damage. Or a single bit of damage. Okay. Firecracker's going crazy right now. Guys, have you ever seen a Evo Pekka fully healed up? I don't think I pretty much ever have. Maybe like one time against a Tombstone or something. But it's actually very rare that it gets fully healed up. It's just really good in those interactions where you're just barely gonna have your Pekka die, but then it ends up surviving because of the healing. We have no Evo Firecracker here, so it's kind of hard to get a ton of damage with it, but it still really does what it needs to do. We can Firecracker once again. Battle Ram is not too much of a worry here. We just go for a log and don't even have to waste our Tesla. Firecracker's on the tower. Hog Rider got a lot of damage too. We just need one more Earthquake at this point. Yeah, guys, this deck is so smooth, man. It's so smooth, so fun. I really recommend you guys play this. I know so many people are going to be so upset with the MK Pekka meta, but you guys will love this. Alright, we're in the next one. I'll go in for the Jog Rider. It likes to jog to the tower instead of running for some reason. Okay, it is Mega Knight. You know, Earthquake does counter Bush. -1 trade, but if your cycle is bad, it's not the end of the world to play it. And watch these Evo Mega Knight players end up making Mega Knight decks that somehow counter Pekka. I feel like they will, man. They genuinely will. Oh, Ice Spirit on the wrong thing, but at least everything should get countered regardless. Just not a very healthy Pekka. It's fine. Guys, I do want to ask you something. Do any of you know any 100-mile races that will be happening in the United States somewhere towards the end of this year or the start of next year? I am planning to run 100 miles with one of my friends. I haven't actually met him in person, I just know him online. We've been talking for a while. But yeah, I mean, I consider him a pretty nice friend. He seems to have like a very similar mindset as me, and we're probably going to run 100 miles together. He's been saying that maybe we should run a 100-mile race where we make the course ourselves instead of going into an official race, but I kind of want to do an official race just so that I can actually start to qualify for the Badwater 135 race. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of that race. I do want to hopefully run that someday. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but if it's at all possible, I'll definitely try to. Very, very hard to qualify for, though. You need to run like 4 100-mile races, and they can't be in a loop. Because a lot of 100-mile races are just in a 1-mile loop or something, but I need to run 4 100-mile races that are not in a loop. At least not a small loop. This Evo Pekka here should be pretty decent against the Archer Queen. The Archer Queen ability is really broken, but at least it should heal off of it. This Tesla actually should be good here because it's actually going to pull this stuff towards our Pekka. I don't think we're going to need our Pekka anyways, though. Yeah, that was actually a nice Tesla, surprisingly. We do get a little bit of a heal, but our Pekka's not too happy. Or too healthy, I guess, anymore. Evo Mega Knight will be kind of interesting here. You guys can see it is kind of holding its own against the Pekka. But, I mean, you know, Pekka still kind of wrecks it. The only thing is, if they have, like, the perfect Mega Knight push with some other support, it could actually be a little bit hard to defend it, even with a Pekka. But yeah, I feel like Pekka's the most reliable counter to Mega Knight. I was saying Inferno Dragon and stuff is good against it, but a lot of the time they'll have, you know, a Snowball, Zap, Electro Wizard, and in that case it kind of renders your Inferno Dragon kind of useless, at least for some time. Very nice Evo Pekka right here. Very good heals. It's already above max HP, I think. We do have our Evo Tesla as well if we're going to need it here. Yeah, we have to Evo Tesla. It's actually very good against Evo Bats, surprisingly. You can sometimes actually play your Teslas really high up just to counter some air troops that they might play onto your Pekka. Because Firecracker does counter air, of course, but it's not like the quickest way to DPS something down, usually. Very nice Evo Tesla. He doesn't really have too much defense for the Hog Rider. We should get at least one hit here. We need just a little bit more damage. We can Pekka to be safe, not even sure if we need it, but might as well. Okay, there's the Mega Knight. Wait a minute, we have to Hog Rider. Hope it just takes the tower. I think it should, honestly. Hold up, this Mega Knight better not go too crazy. Alright, good game. Alright, we're in the next match. I'll go in for the Ice Tiny. Man, do you guys remember Boom Arena? I got the names for some cards like Ice Tiny from Boom Arena, but man, Boom Arena fell off big time. I think the developers of Boom Arena sold off their game or something like that to some NFT developers, then the game turned into an NFT sort of game for some reason. And then it all turned out to be a big scam. I mean, who would have guessed that some NFT game would be a big scam? But yeah, I don't even know what's up with it right now. Probably nothing good. Let me know, guys. I feel like we probably have to change the name of the Ice Spirit now. Or do we still leave it as Ice Tiny? I'm not sure. It was a supercell rip-off game. A rip-off game of Clash Royale, but ended up just being a whole NFT hoax. I don't even know what Air Buck is running right now. I guess he might have Pekka Mortar, I'm gonna assume. Which is kind of strange, but... Pekka... Oh no, our Firecracker. Okay, it's still alive. Yeah, you know, Pekka Mortar has actually been a thing in the past, so... Maybe it's not that bad. We'll see. I feel like it's a little bit heavy, but... If you need to counter, you know, Mega Knight and stuff... Could be a pretty good deck in the meta. I don't think this Hog will break through. We'll see, though. Oh, yeah, it's... Unfortunately dead. Yeah, I'm pretty certain he has Pekka. He has to have Pekka. He could have Mega Knight too, but doesn't really make too much sense in a Mortar deck. I feel like the meta this season will be so stale compared to normal. I mean, it'll be kind of crazy and fun to see all these Mega Knights jumping everywhere, but I think everyone is going to either have Mega Knight or Pekka, or some extreme hard counter to both of them. Which could be this deck, or it could be some other deck. There are a few other decks that can counter both Mega Knight and Pekka pretty well. Probably a lot of random off-meta decks, though, not really too many meta decks. Because stuff like Drill is such a good counter to Pekka, but probably quite bad against Mega Knight. Unless you have the perfect version with Inferno Tower, but then that would kind of make it struggle in some other matchups that it used to win pretty easily. This card is going to be kind of annoying here. He just has, yeah, some type of weird Pekka Mortar deck for some reason. Very nice Hog hit here. It's always so nice to have the Earthquake get against the Mortar. You know, I missed Earthquake, honestly. Oh wait, this Hog Rider is just gonna... Oh, I'll go for the Cannon Cart, I was gonna say. Evo Mortar is on our tower. That Pekka might get a hit. Yeah, it does. Doesn't really matter too much, though. We're actually not looking too good anymore. I'm gonna Skelly's right on this. It actually is worth it to Skelly's right onto an Evo Pekka if your Pekka is targeting their Pekka. Because it doesn't heal as much as your Pekka does damage to their Pekka. Will be a Hog hit here. I will take that. Puts us in a pretty nice spot. Our Pekka might get a hit here. I will take that. It seems like he really has nothing for our Firecracker. Okay, I'm gonna go for a Pekka here. It's gonna double heal off the cart. That's the most broken thing about Evo Pekka, the fact that it double heals off of Cannon Cart. To be fair though, cart is a pretty good counter to Pekka, so it is nice that it has that really good interaction against the Cannon Cart with the evolution. Man, imagine an evolved Cannon Cart. That would be so toxic. Cart is a pretty toxic card, I feel like. Really defensive. I don't think Supercell would try to make it too OP, though. It's already OP, but I don't think they would try to make it too strong with an evolution because they don't really like that defensive gameplay. I was actually giving the Supercell dev team some ideas for some evolutions, and they actually did not approve of one of the ideas. Like, they didn't really think one of the ideas was very good simply because it was way too defensive, even though I feel like the idea was very good. It was just going to make a certain card way too defensive. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any good ideas. I could pass that on to the dev team. Only really good ideas, though. Also, I saw some people saying that I'm trying to farm comments recently. I mean, obviously, I don't mind getting comments. It's kind of nice for the YouTube algorithm and whatever, but nah, I just like to see what you guys have to say about random things, honestly. Alright, his Pekka's already basically fully dead. That is pretty good. We have to... Okay, wait, I'm just gonna Evo Pekka. Evo Pekka's actually really nice against the Evo Mortar. It heals every single time it hits a Goblin, which is amazing. That's a pretty good log for him. Our Pekka is kind of going crazy, though, with these heals. Our Hog will die here. Man, our Pekka's still alive. Our Pekka's still alive. Evo Pekka's so funny, man. It's not real. It can't be real. Okay, no Hog damage. Doesn't matter all that much, though. Just got an Earthquake cycle a bit. Keep spamming these Firecrackers. He really has no way to kill this. Oh, look at the left side. Doesn't really matter, though. Just gonna Tesla here, and I think we should get the win. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna beat us here. Alright. Yeah, okay. Very, very easy win. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!